A rehab center in Hollywood.
Now the site of a grisly murder. Daniel Benson, the son of legendary studio head Scott Benson, was pushed to his death from that 10-story balcony here at the Clarendon Rehab Center. The center is now in lockdown. One patient dead, another missing. The missing patient is 18-year-old Molly LaRussa, the dead man's girlfriend.
Now we're told by Assistant District Attorney Lang,
An eyewitness heard Molly and Daniel fighting in Daniel's room before the murder, then saw Molly push Daniel off the balcony to his death. Molly is the daughter of Beverly Hills restaurant owner Frank LaRussa.
Has she ever checked out a rehab before?
She leaves the center all the time.
That's why celebrities love the Clarendon Center. They can come and go whenever they want. Clubbing, getting drugs.
You told me to send her there, Tom.
No, I told you to send her to rehab, like the Betty Ford clinic.
I heard this place was the best. Plus, I wanted to be close in case she needed me. Since her mom died, she's been depressed. She blames herself for what happened. The counselors say it's why she uses drugs.
You know Molly, right?
Yeah. Yeah, since she was 12. I eat at Frank's place a lot. She hangs out there. Molly's like a little sister to me. And she's had problems, but she's working through them. She's a good kid.
She's a drug addict. Does she have a criminal record?
No. And if she left the center before this happened, she may not even know she's wanted for murder.
Well, I guess we better find her before the police do.
Now, we are told that Daniel and Molly were dating while they were in rehab, but split 2 weeks ago.
Is that true?
I don't know. She hasn't talked to me much since I sent her there. I try, but she always thinks I'm judging her. We used to be so close, you know, but the last few years, it's been hard. I love her more than anything in the world. Sending her to the center, I was trying to help her.
You did the right thing, Frank.
2 days in jail might have scared us straight.
Boy, is this girl Molly dumb or what? My buddy at Rampart tells me LAPD found her credit card on the balcony from where the guy took off. They had the card field tested. There was heroin all over it.
Betsy, this is Molly's dad, Frank. He's a friend of mine.
Harrison.
Who the hell is that?
Betsy Harrison, private investigator. She works for Luther.
Works for the firm, Ron. She's ex-LAPD. Used to handle drug cases with me when I was a DA. If anyone can find your daughter, she can.
They found her car, corner of Sunset and Ivar. If you're gonna run, you gotta get farther than that.
She's not running. If she left rehab, it's for one reason, to get drugs.
Betsy checked 3 clubs. So far, no luck.
There are a dozen places she could be. We'll keep looking. Have you seen my friend Molly LaRussa? Cute, dark hair.
Molly.
Tom? Molly? What are you doing here? What's going on?
Daniel's dead.
Dead? Tom, don't tell my dad about the club and that girl. All the times you helped me before, you never said a word, okay? Just don't tell him.
Molly, what happened? Were you there when that boy died?
Leave Frank, now.
What? No, I'm staying with her.
Look, Frank, what she tells us is privileged. What she says in front of you isn't. There's no father-daughter privilege.
Frank, please. We have a lot of questions, but not a lot of time.
I wasn't there. I don't know anything.
Were you and Daniel dating?
Yeah, we used to. But we broke up a while ago. I didn't even see him today.
Daniel was killed at 4:30 p.m. Where have you been for the last 6 hours?
I left the center around 2, I think. I went to my dad's. I wanted to relax. I watched TV for a little while, and then I got dressed and I went to the club.
Police found your credit card in Daniel's room lined with heroin.
I must have left it there before. I swear.
Are you on drugs now?
No.
Give us a second. Get her tested and keep Frank away from her until this case is over.
He's her dad, Ron. He's worried. Molly's his only child. He's gonna want to be there for her.
Spent his life being there for her. Isn't that much good?
Luther's right. Frank's been too easy on her. Now we're in charge. Think of it as an intervention.
Dr. Shaw.
Heroin metabolizes pretty quickly, but she's got traces in her bloodstream. So she lied about using. Now I don't believe a word she's told us.
When did you do the heroin?
A friend of mine had some at the club tonight. I was just chipping. It's not like I was shooting up.
There's a warrant out for her arrest.
So they've got a warrant, we've got to turn her in. If we don't, it looks like she's hiding. And hiding is bad. Hiding looks guilty.
The police are going to drug test her when we turn her in. If they find heroin, it puts her in the room with Daniel. Proves she had an opportunity to kill him.
Only if the DA can connect the heroin in her system to the heroin found at the crime scene. Maybe we should keep Molly here until the drugs wear off.
I have a better idea. Have her father bring her some new clothes. We'll clean her up and toss her back on the street. We can find an AA meeting in Hollywood, can't we?
Here. Help cleanse the drugs from your system quicker.
Are these legal?
They're magnesium. They just help speed up the metabolic process and flush the pathogens out of your system.
This is new. You guys are destroying evidence now.
No, this is different. Here we're just helping along a natural biological process. Take the pill.
You ready?
I guess so.
Let's do this.
LAPD tip line.
Pay attention. I'm saying this one time. The girl you're looking for from the rehab center is at the following address. It's a church. I told my friend at the LAPD to lay off the cuffs if they found her.
Thanks. Your dad was hoping it was just a phase she was going through. Clubs, drinking, drugs. She's gonna be okay, right? I mean, she could pull out of this. She's got problems.
Drugs, alcohol, sex, history of lying, and now a murder charge. I'd say she had a lot of problems.
%100% innocent.
I'm the innocent bystander. Somehow I got stuck between a rock and a hard place. And the lawyers, guns, and money.
Like I always say, if you got the right lawyer with you, we've got the greatest legal system in the world.
Ron Trott, your client Molly LaRussa just got bail, and it has angered prosecutors. They are saying she's a flight risk because she ran from the murder scene.
Molly didn't run. She was at church. She didn't know anyone was looking for her. And we don't know that it was murder. He was troubled. That's why he was in rehab. This could have been suicide. And I sure would like to know why a rehab center has windows and balconies.
So you're saying the center is responsible for Daniel's death?
Why not? Yes, the windows are supposed to be locked, but they clearly weren't.
So Molly is innocent?
Absolutely. Harvey Levin, great guy. You give him an exclusive and he gets a guest spot on every entertainment show on prime time. So where are we?
Our story is Molly wasn't at the center the afternoon Daniel died. Someone else committed the murder and framed her.
The DA's story is that Molly pushed Daniel off the balcony after they had a fight.
What about suicide?
They have an eyewitness that supports their story. Her name's Kate Lambert. Like Molly, she's a patient at the center in rehab for heroin. She told the police that she heard Molly and Daniel screaming at each other the day Daniel died. Later, she said she was walking towards the building when she saw Molly push Daniel off the balcony.
If she's an addict, she's a liar. They all are.
And that's a little harsh.
Not if you've dealt with them.
Luther's right. There's no reason to believe her. Well, figure out how we can attack her testimony and get Dr. Shaw over to the crime scene. See if you can recreate how Daniel felt.
It may help us uncover the truth.
Luther, go through the discovery. Maybe the DA overlooked evidence.